I read these all in Matt Rose's voice. Woke up this morning, rolled over, and very confidently tried to blow out my alarm clock like a candle. I once tried to sniff the notification I got on my smartwatch in hopes of seeing what the notification was about by smell. I woke up one night and wanted to drink water and took a big sip of massage oil. I answered my alarm the other day, turned it off and held it up to my ear, and in my most I've been awake for hours voice said, hello? Hello? They've gone. In addition to a plethora of comments that say I look like certain people, drunk David Hasselhoff, or the president of Argentina, or the lecherous professor in Goodwill Hunting, or this baby, or Conservative MP Michael Fabricant, or Pigtail Lord, or the man in this game, or this person's grandma who's fallen down the stairs, or the sloppy mustard man chat AI, or whoever this is, or a puppet peeking round a door, or the weird picture in the room at an Airbnb that Fizzle Drizzle 69 stayed at last weekend, or this lizard. I also see a lot of comments that my nasal South England voice has been used as someone's inner monologue. If you are one of the people unfortunate enough to be afflicted by this, then A, lol, and B, don't worry, you are not alone. Indeed, some have now taken to using /MRN as a Matt Rose narration tone tag for exactly when this happens. So this video I'll be exclusively reading out posts someone somewhere has said they've instinctively read in my voice. A lovely way to close this year's sequelathon, as it's basically lots of little add-ons to different videos over the past few years, like you're gorging on a great big plate at a Matt Rose buffet. That's it, I'm spleeping, slipping, spreeling, spleeing, spieling, sleeping, slaying, sleeping. More than you think. How much of Sonic Adventure 2 can you beat without the anal? Review for Midsummer, 4.5 stars. I had a dream they made a sequel to this named Scrambled Beans, and The Rock was in it for some reason. I read this in a Matt Rose voice. Due to the unfortunate, we are deeply out of onions. Google, are hippos intelligent? Yes, hippos are intelligent animals. They can recognise friends from enemies by smell, and can be trained to perform complex medical procedures. I read this in Matt Rose's voice. Hey teacher, I can't come to school today. A doctor said that I was, dead. Goodbye. I am now imagining this in r/Matt Rose's voice. I read this in Matt Rose's voice with a megaphone. Hey, my son passed away and left us his beloved cat. My husband's allergies can't take it anymore. The cat's free to a good home. Roses are red. My zebra has arthritis. My 4-year-old's recently taken up cursing. Yesterday he referred to bedtime as a fucking crisis. Roses are red. I eat a hose. I read this in the voice of Matt Rose. Roses are red eye. Eat a hose. I read this in the voice of Matt Rose. POV, you just downloaded Fortnite. What the hell? Superman just got shot and Godzilla hit the griddy. God is not mad at you, he's just not that into you. I beg all my artists to be careful when you copy-paste anything to your clients. Received, thank you so much. Oops. Please ignore, I meant to copy-paste something else. Help, I tried to say hamper and basket at the same time and I fucking said hamster to the tune of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles theme. Infant car seat full of hot dogs. And whilst we're on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles over in r/crappy off brands in the official Matt Rose voice, it's Team Geen and Angel Twizzle. Matt Rose Matt, make another Misheard lyrics video, please. Virgins, face with cold sweat emoji. While taking my test, rap one Lana Del Rey song that says, got me spinning like a ballerina. I kept hearing, you got me spending like a ballerina. In your voice. What's your stupidest Misheard lyric? I love just reading these in Matt Rose's voice. Good Charlotte song, girls don't like boys, girls like cars and money. What I heard, girls don't like boys, girls like cousin Buddy. Like, who's cousin Buddy? I heard taking care of business, missung as baking carrot biscuits every day. Slow walking water. The fire engine guy. My uncle was convinced it was don't wanna be an American Indian. One of my dearest friends used to think it was I wanna rock and roll all night. And part of every day, my best friend, we're listening to AC/DC's Dirty Deeds and they're done dirt cheap, and he's singing along, singing Dirty Deeds and they're done dirt jig. I'm like, what the fuck? And he says, what? I thought it was about pirates. Even in the context of pirates, I still have no idea what in the hell a dundajig is. Thank you, YouTube algorithm. Inside the penis. How an erection works. Just try to Google how many eggs there are left in my fridge. Just overheard this very Rosemat-coded sentence. Oh, I don't have the ability to not start a fire when I cook, Marie. You know this. I was visiting my parents this evening, and unbeknownst to me, my phone was in my pocket typing this Patreon post, and it's sent. I'm in actual tears. Patreon change now in effect. Please read. Hey everyone, I mentioned some changes, happa. Nom. Eep ma pupka dudwood, pay what? He was paying for gay sex with a lot of, really a lot, twald. Odin, this hamster let loose on a keyboard, made a poem, which r/hamsters presented me the honour of reading. This is Odin's poem. Lou, I to look oily, co yokma, I'll hour, okay? Pugver, can't TV, I'll a dick the scast the scoodoo. Look kill, lol, it as were rad if I book is it in? I know his balls typed half of that. Banned words in class. I can understand Gucci, no cap, bussin', but love that for you. You doing too much? Bucker clearly added later as an emergency caveat. Reveal your intestines. No, thank you. Hi, Sheila. I'll be free after my morning shit, if that's convenient with you, about 11 AM. Shift. I meant shift. Oh, God. Stop protecting students and employees. Discrimination. Caca-fefe. Punk. 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 Just hanging out at Walt Disney World when, said in a Matt Rose voice, A as in, Dunkin' is releasing a new drink and it's made with something called coffee. Absolutely revolutionary move, and remaining on premature truncation briefly, look at this identity crisis. Subscribe to at Matched Roll. The John skull emoji. My brain read this in Matt Rose's voice. Well, it is my Reddit and Omegle chat that Deleted had recently. Hi, M23. Can I ask you a question? Yeah? Okay, if you had a superpower, what would you choose? And would you be a villain or hero? Mostly hero. And your power? Also, what do you mean by mostly? I also like to be villain, but only for bad people. Oh, so like an anti-hero or vigilante, like Deadpool. Yeah, kind of. So what would your power be? Thanos power. What? What do you mean? Like you have no powers, but you have the Infinity Gauntlet. Yes, that's enough. Because no one can defeat me when I'm with Gauntlet. I see. And what would your name and or vibe be? Name in the sense. What? Wait, I'm thinking for the name. Galactus, maybe. I'm afraid that may be taken. Yes, yeah, that's already taken. You need an original name, then Transformer? Yeah, that's taken too, I'm afraid. So what's your age? Right, bye. How much is 20 grams of protein? 20 grams of protein is roughly equivalent to the amount of protein found in 3.5 ounces of extra firm tofu, 3/4 cup of cooked lentils, or a deck of cards. This kid made this invention with his own hands, but he feels sad because he doesn't think it worked. Let's support his efforts and show him how proud we are of him. Folded hands emoji. God bless his soul and prayers for his family. Folded hands emoji. Beautiful cabbage. This is the worst thing I've seen today. AI presidents. Notable are $10 founding father George Whalingen, Wobbly Willie, Willie and Muckmoy, Wobbly Warren E. Harding, New Dealer, and the Gipper, the Graper. Sent my chat message to, this is r/character AI by the way, I read this entire thing in Matt Rose's voice, to Vintage Support by mistake. We appreciate your patience. Thank you so much. I'm very distressed by all this. I don't mean to break any rule, a woman bowing deeply emoji. I glance at Arthur, chewing on my bottom lip, and we both follow my father into his office. Oh my god, this was not meant for you. I apologise. Anyone else read this in Matt Rose's voice? Unfortunate response timing on my boyfriend's part. Last night I dreamt both of our mums died. Woke up crying. Big man Blastoise. I sent the wrong photo to my mum. Okay, I'll send the photo. Bad cock. Wrong photo, Lemao. What? Lemao. I am not laughing. If you're having a bad day, then here's me constantly hitting the wrong emoji in the family group chat. Hello chat. Smirking face emoji. Crap, wrong emoji. I meant waving hand emoji, not smirking face emoji. Smirking face emoji. God damn it, I meant woman face palming emoji. Woman face palming emoji. Woozy face emoji. Fuck! I meant angry face emoji, smirking face emoji, I mean woman face palming emoji, frowning face emoji, expressionless face emoji, a sticker, which I couldn't find an official name for, but my Twitter decided to call 1thumbdred. Shit, I accidentally sent that sticker. Okay, I quit. Axe emoji. Fuck, I meant frowning face emoji. Let's just hope you have a very understanding family. Wait. Dog, I can practically imagine Matt Rose dubbing this shit. I've never heard of this guy in my life. What's up, James, you fucking dildo? Who's this? Lol, you idiot, it's the Big Biscuit. How you been, dude? The what? Duck, suck, shocking! Bro! Auto cucumber gates me, shucks of auto cucumber, fuck off, autocorrect! On my seldom used TikTok, I was messaged, I keep reading these in your accent, lol. I'm bored. Tell me about a time you seriously misread social cues and it made it weird. I'm not talking you too when the waiter says enjoy your food. Give me something that keeps you up at night. I went to pick up a package and the worker asked to see my ID. He then said, turned around, and I slowly and hesitantly did a twirl. He meant the ID. One time I was at the orthodontist and they were checking my Invisalign fitted properly, so she told me, say your address. I replied with, I'm address. Then she said, no, say your address. So I repeated louder, I'm address. Didn't realise what she actually meant till I'd left the appointment. I was at the gynecologist getting a scope and the soft-spoken doctor told me to cough. I thought he said to caw, and believe me, I double-checked with him before I let out a huge caw. I once greet a customer, welcome to birth control, instead of welcome to Burger King, because I was just thinking about my birth control. I was buying tampons from the corner shop next to my work and the cashier said, oh, has it just started? Awkward as fuck. I said, yeah, I came on just now. And she said I was talking about the rain. I meant to ask a woman what gender her baby was, and I accidentally said, what flavour's that baby? Congratulated a woman after she told me her daughter went to ICU. I thought it was a university. A co-worker told me their little brother looks like a mini M&M. I said, oh really? Which colour? After a few awkward moments, he said, no, the wrapper, not the candy. I asked the hotel concierge for more toilet paper. He replied with, yeah, can I have your number? To which I replied, no, I have a boyfriend. He was asking for my room number. One time, I accidentally grabbed the Sonic worker's finger, but I thought it was a straw she was handing me. Cashier name tag was all caps. I said, oh, great name, La Honda. She said, it's La Ronda. I work in healthcare. I finished a prisoner's exam and said, right, you're free to go. And he looks at me and says, no, I'm not. Cat cop, have a break. Have a cat cop. Beatos. D&B, Dolce and Banana. All right, can I get a double John's Daphne on the rocks, please, mate? So this is a mini iron thingy my mum bought. Remove the product. Before use, flow measuring cup with up to 50 ml of water to the Weibo injection pour. Product electrification indicator lies up for PACU ironing machine on a Gilcone pad zand to avoid overheated clothing. A for 30 seconds, choose whether to spray iron according low the clothes. A for the machine is used up, wait for the machine to... Operation Cold Dawn. Pour out themecast Weibo into a weigher tank. I have a question box where my 4th grade students can put in any question they like. Anyone else read these in Matt Rose's voice? Who was the first person on Earth? When did people discover colours? Who invented homework? Why was brain rot made? Why is ADHD a thing? ADHD r/Duolingo. And how do I pronounce this? I don't know. Ask Matt Rose. L'intevtoire j'étais and #39, eh? This Redditor wants me to try and pronounce this, a YouTube community post they found they don't even remember posting. And pan book ev 3 shizgaka DJ book ixias gems it so far jeds. Gukvers guvifux yes fry guide. Gushford guf sad a shy sad geez to us a free to today so Guzzard #buvug I mean cook. I'd like to see Matt Rose pronounce, what is your date of birth? Mistake. Can't complete your sign-up right now. 174,527,527,964,146,545. 1,745,279,038,778. Cooks 80s, Mediondol 9 Vigi de Sevenio. Analog cat face emoji.
He did.
What do you mean, he did? Rose Matt, I bet you can't say this. I'd be surprised. Rain be like took scudfucks for the shook shock sco. Someone get Rose Matt on this. Can anybody spell the sound this makes? Oh, okay. That is obviously a dodgeball. More of an American pastime this. You don't get these much here in the UK, so I thought I'd actually buy one to see what sound it does make, and let's see that again in slow motion.
That ricocheted hit me in the head.
thwapoing, plump, doonsk, buaniqua, to spang, pwa, boo inch, badung. That's the sound of Netflix, no? I'd call it a sming, somewhere between a rubber smack and a ping. Funk, hopang, boit, quapang, buthdang, guong, spong, wong, thuck. Worst one yet, man. What the fuck ball you had? Whopping, buppard, wawampuk, dump, ben, tian, or if your ball is from Indonesia, it goes thunder style. You can smell the sound too. Apparently, it's like chewing on rubber bands and sniffing a lemon-soaked hot dog. If Matt Rose reads this in his voice, I'm going to ask my crush out. I fainted for a second and saw this. The magic frog chooses you as his sacrifice. Sacrifice to the frog! Dreamt this band released this song and it was fucking everywhere. They're still number one. It's the Bling Blows. Shitting and a doodling. I was in an arcade and there were posters showing this image. I love waifu. I dreamt I had to solve this captcha. What is the sun? Dude, I'd explode if this somehow ended up in one of his videos. I'm glad you're not the son. Wife keeps notes on weirdly gangster stuff I say while asleep. My mum, I'll kick your ass. I'm a 42-year-old dude. I don't threaten or fight. Sour cream, mushroom stew. What the fuck are y'all talking about? I don't know if there is such a thing as mushroom stew. I mean, probably. Sounds good. I'm not here to talk about fucking IRAs. No idea what IRAs were until I looked it up the next day. Individual retirement accounts. Get your face away from my crotch. I drews myself. Benadryl. Oh, good news. This feels like something Matt Rose would read out. For just of it. FFE Huak Luigi Dad for being fisted, shooting what bath bet bruv what brofy. Nauseated face, cat face with rice smile, smiling cat face with heart eyes, poultry leg eyes, circled M, blue heart, circled M, smiling face with 3 hearts, cat face with rice smile, fire. Was egg to Nutwiki, okay? I agree. Oh, quit gassing me up. I fell asleep on my phone. Skull emoji! I ordered Uber Eats for my grandma to try. The red car outside my house. That's the Uber Eats guy. He'll bring you the food. Wow, he bought me Wendy's. And not even a day later, she's taken control. Wendy's. You want another Uber? Now! I read this in Matt Rose's voice. r/scamty board. What's your opinion on trees? I just want to be a girl. Help! For sale. $123,456. There it is. Bungee jumping Jesus. Free toilet. $1. Marketplace, nobody wants this. 14 silver beaded metal chargers. Let's see them. So sick of ugly. I'm talking about hot's ugly. So an ugly actions. Furby costume for Halloween. Handmade. No need for ominous music. I mean, I've literally done that. Type I hate and let your phone's autocomplete do the rest. I hate when I see people with a big smile. I hate those idiotic postmodern block houses. I hate rides that go upside down. I hate psychic otters. Autocorrect, what the fuck? I hate that I can't even see my balls in the mirror. I hate to be a bother, buddy, chum, pal. I hate it when I get to work and I have a bit of a I hate ships. That's true. I hate British people. I hate the 29 eyes that observe my form. I hate it when I was just a boy in a box. Everything was peachy. I hate when people apologise. Sorry. I hate when people pee on my shoes on Valentine's Day. I hate the raw dingus. I hate it when I have a headache, but then my stomach is I hate it when I have a sore. Help, that's real as hell. Rosemary, I dare you to say this as ooh-woo Jason Statham. Please help me. I'm boning a wife. Read in Emma's voice. 1-to-1, you got breakfast rule, exercise rule, lobby, meeting rule. A pet Amber Alert was issued, but thankfully cat dubbed Big Sexy found safe and well after dramatic search. I just briefly forgot the word deli, almost called it the cheese pharmacy. And today I forgot mascot, so I called it a sport furry. James Marriott Updates at Marriott Updated tweeted, nobody here knows I'm Marriott Updated. I do get fucked. Please use commas. This is so Matt Rose coded. When I was 5, the chef at Benihana kept tossing shrimp in my mouth and I threw up on the table and it cooked my throw up. I was so high I cried because I realised snakes are just tails with faces. Look how my friend just spelt recognise, skull emoji. Yeah, but I regognose it. You regognose it. Yeah. You should tag Matt Rose, he reads out funny stuff like that. Oh, okay, I totally just noticed who that was tweeted by. I can't believe you didn't regognise him. And finally, what's your favourite thing to hear during sex? Definitely not a sequel to a video I know, arguably a sequel to this TikTok I did once. Yes. Or deeper. Or a combination of the two. Oh baby, yeeper. But here, someone, for some reason, has read fuck in my voice. The very first time you get intimate with a new partner, all the build-up tension is relieved. In that moment, she utters a single word. Fuck!